I'm just checking to make sure we're live. Should be working, but we'll see. So I'm just organizing all my shit. Oh man. We are live. Alright, perfect. In that case... Yeah, I can go up there. I can go to manage. Sweet. There's my notification. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff to keep track of. Alright. I have never tried to stream painting before. So I have what y'all can see, and then I have what I can see. As you can probably imagine, I can see better, but I've tried this one angle where it's like focused in a lot, so you can kind of see how I'm doing stuff. I'll probably do a lot of like tilting and whatnot, and painting and whatnot, all that fun stuff. Have the chat open. Alright, so let's start. First one we're doing is we're going to be painting some orange. Troll Slayer orange. These little minis are from a board game called Nemesis. And it's very alien-esque. And this character is the mechanic, and his color scheme is orange, which is why I have I got Troll Slayer orange, because I really like the vibrancy of it. Alright, I'm going to put that down over there. You'll see a lot of my hands, so apologies in advance if you don't like my hands. But, you know, you're going to have to deal with it. Alright. I'm going to go a little bit heavy because this is a layer paint, and so my goal of it is to pretty much get all of his undergarments orange. That's not sticking too well, though. Did I not do it enough? It's possible. Painting is a wee delicate thing. Yeah, that's because I can try and back up my camera a bit, but I don't have a whole lot of space to work on. Where's my focus? There's my focus. Not really. I just, I figured it's better if you can actually see what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna have to definitely coat this orange a few times. I was debating on moving the camera to a different spot, but the issue is it's because they're minis, it's so hard to see what I'm actually doing. Granted, it depends on if people would rather see me or the painting. I'm definitely gonna have to layer this orange a few times. Because it's a layer paint, it's not meant to fully cover right away. You need bases for that. But this was the best color for what I wanted. Get in some paint. So it's like I could just like layer it on super thick, but the issue is with doing that is then you like that, but then you lose the details with it. So I usually like to spread it out a lot. And it definitely thins it out more than needed. But I don't know, I like details. Details I find are nice. And a lot of this guy is going to be super bright orange, so it's okay. I say a lot. He's definitely going to have some like mechanical bits. When I kind of go like this, that's fair. Then I might move the angle around a bit. Yeah, Ooh. Alright, camera. Probably shouldn't put you there. Oh, fan's in the way. Oh, wrong way. Man, when everything's backwards, it's a little hard to figure out where things are. And that means light should probably move too. That's also very fair, but you know, I want to try and get it right. Because if I do more of these in the future, I'm going to want them to be done up properly, not half-assed, you know? Ooh. I just got to be careful, because my desk isn't very spacious, unfortunately. But it's all I got. Alright. Gotta move some shit to get the light in where we need it. So I'm gonna be in the way for a little moment. That's a bit better. The issue is black. It was over there. Do I have anything I can put in the way? Or will I be in the way? Oh, I'll pretty much be in the way. Wish the light was a little bit better. Oh, my gross fingernails. I could try upping the brightness a bit on what my camera takes in. The ISO up, but I don't know if video will do too much. Alright, hold on. We doing some settings, y'all. Will you still see when I change it to this? No? Okay. Oh, you do. That's better. Sorry, I'm now trying to just get the settings and whatnot right. Why aren't you clicking? Well, how are you doing, Nova? You enjoying yourself? Rude. Fair. Was it like an intense workout? Or were you just kind of enjoying yourself? That's the one I want. It does add up. Alright, well that's brighter. I didn't realize my ISO was set to auto, so it was being a bit of a prick. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That's a little bit brighter. Alright, you can kind of see it's more on his back. You can see it's not sticking super well yet. There's still bits of like black and whatnot. But I'm using a layer paint, so it's supposed to go on in a few coats. It's not supposed to kind of work on the first one. It's more meant to coat over stuff to give it more of like an orange highlight kind of thing. But the issue is this color of orange is just so good for what I want. So we're going for the extra work, and we're just going to layer up a ton. Thanks. It's in a bit of an inconvenient spot. Well, actually, I'm not really going to run into any issues with it. There was a greater chance I might have knocked other stuff off on the other spot. But it just wasn't my first guess to put it here. But it works. So I won't complain. Granted, I did have to move pretty much everything to put it there. So, it happens. Your arm needs to be orange. Yeah, I don't remember when you exactly joined, but these minis are from a game called Nemesis. It's a board game, and it's a cooperative kind of like survival horror. If you've ever seen Alien, it's kind of like based off of that. So it's the idea of like you are researchers on a spaceship, everyone has their own role, and you're trying to work together to not be devoured by the aliens. And it's rather fun, and it comes with super fancy minis, so I love it. Anything that gives me more minis is always a good thing. Alright, I need you to sit for a moment. And while it's doing that, I'll show examples of some of the other people. There's like the soldier. I did him a while ago. But like, you know, he's got his big ass gun. His color scheme is red, as you can see. So I kind of went with like a red bodysuit kind of thing. And I've been trying to keep them all in the same kind of vein. So like all of their robotic suits, I've been going with this bronzy color because I used metal for like the grate, and then I'm using silver for anything on them just to separate the color from the metal of the grate. But we got the soldier, we got the scout. All of the women in this game have like booties for days. Her color's purple, so I did kind of like the purple like undertones. Ooh, this way. And then we got the pilot. It's weird. I'm not used to having my things backwards right now. Like my motions. But you can see she's got a booty. We got the scientist. And then we got the last playable, the captain. Captain's tall, though. It's got a 6-shooter. But yeah, I really like the minis. And then one thing later we're going to do today is finish touching up these guys, the larva. Because I was going for a real, like, alien vibe from them. But I recently got some paint to let them make it look like they're in, like, goo and acid and kind of that kind of feel. So I had to wait for that to come in before I could really... Ooh, I shifted. before I could finish them up. So they're kind of only half done, but one of my goals is to finish them up soon. But for now, we're doing the people. Because the people are fairly easy, since they're all pretty much really structured. But the aliens, I still got some decisions to make, and I still got to play around with a couple paints. But yeah, I have today off. You know, we just heard about a lockdown. We're going back into lockdown, which is going to be fun. Luckily for us, Felicia technically has a management role, so she should still be able to work through the lockdown. Otherwise, it would have really sucked. She's a key holder, so she's technically management. I mean, she's done more management work than some of her managers in the past. Remember, her old manager basically had her do everything. But what you gonna do? That's life. Oh, come on. Don't know if I'm moving around too much. I'm trying to get his crotch. It's in a hard to access spot. Alright. This arm is pretty much covered completely by a bracer, so I'm not too worried about that one. I think that'll be all the orange I'll do. I just gotta layer it out so it covers a bit better. I also don't need 100% coverage, because they are like space age wear and things like that, but I do want a majority of coverage. You can kind of see it's coming together. It's looking all orangey. Gotta get underneath his arm though. Just need a touch of paint. Yeah. It sucks because I find that I'm a very shaky individual. I'm not very good at keeping steady. But I found workarounds, and I find painting is very relaxing. So that really helps. But yeah, that's kind of like the base of the orange. I want to do one more layer before I put away the orange. But while that dries for a moment, you can kind of... I'll bring out this one. Yep. This one's called Tesseract Glow. Where's Frame? There's Frame. And you can see it's very like kind of... It'll end up looking more like this color than it will that color. It just needs to be properly mixed better. And so it's going to have like this really bright, kind of sickly color. And when I combine it with my little pal Nurgle's rot here, this is a very gross, kind of slimy, rotish feel. So it actually has stuff mixed into it. So when you mix it with, or when you paint it onto a mini, it actually kind of slimes out and adds a bit of a layer to it. So I'm going to put, for the larva that you saw earlier, I'm going to put the Nurgle's rot on and then highlight it with that Tesseract Glow to really let it kind of look very toxic and slimy. But for now, let's do the last layer of orange on this dude and we should be good. Now, normally when I paint, I like play music or I listen to podcasts. But with Twitch's like super bans on copyright and things like that, I don't have the ability to listen to anything at the moment. So know that you'll be my entertainment. Lo-fi, honestly, it depends. I kind of like more. I'm a big rock person, if I'm being honest. But I find what gets me in the sort of painting mood more often than not is podcasts, because then I can just listen to people talk and just work away. and I don't feel like it's too disrupting or anything like that. But you know, you do what you gotta do. And what I gotta do right now is talk while I paint. Now, one thing that a lot of people do that I found that makes painting a pain in the ass is they very like obsess, where it's like I can only get orange on these pieces. If I get it anywhere else, I have to like wipe it off right away and start over. But the lovely thing about paint is it's additive. So I can just keep kind of painting over it. So even if I get like this patch, I'm going to paint over that patch later anyways. So I'm not too worried about getting paint on it. Or like this band here, I painted orange just because it'd be a pain in the ass to try and avoid it. So a lot of people will do that method where they try and avoid everything they touch. And it's just, oh, I missed this piece. It's just such a pain in the ass to do it like that. So I don't prefer to do it like that. Yep. My hand will definitely cover up the Mini while I get more paint on it. But that's really like, what are you going to do at that point? Not paint the Mini because I need, or yeah, not get new paint because I don't want to cover up frame? Nah. Oh yeah? It's not that I don't like lo-fi, it's just I have a personal preference when it comes to what I listen to. But lo-fi is not bad. Do you want to send it to me and I'll see if I can hook it up to the stream so that like we have background music rather than just my voice? Because that might be nice. Alright, that's done for orange. Let's see, how are we looking? Nice and orangey. Nice mechanic. Looking all nice and orangey. Alright, which means I can put Troll Slayer away. What do I want to do next? Next should be... I should probably do his face. Yeah. Maybe his helmet and stuff. I could do his cybernetics, like his robotic parts. Yeah, I'm going to do face last, or close to last. So I'll do cybernetics and stuff first. Which means we got a bronze. I just realized I'll probably need to open up like Discord or something. Because that's probably how you'll send it to me. Alright. Message from Nova. Spotify playlist. Alright. No, that's totally fine. I saw it. Audio output capture. Yeah, let's do that. Because then I could just try and capture... This might get really loud. Let's turn you down a bunch. And let's play you... Shit, it didn't play on my Spotify. I'm gonna also have to turn notifications off for that. Man, we got so much stuff happening right now. That's fine. It should be fine. Pause notifications until tomorrow. It's because of the computer I'm on. Also has Slack for work on it. Blah, 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 blah. Playlist. Open desktop. Open. Spotify. There we go. There you go. You should be able to hear it. hold on. And then I should be peeking up there. That should be decent mix. Gotta roll up my sleeves. I don't know if you ever watched any of it, but I'm currently wearing an Unis Honest shirt. So the issue is I just realized it's white, so I can't get any paint on it. It is. There's a lot of like popular songs on here. Yeah, feel good ink, you know? I'm feeling good. Alright. Sorry, I'm cleaning off my paintbrush, you know, so you don't end up mixing paints you don't plan on.
Show me the one whose safety deems such destruction.
Alright. I must say, this is an interesting playlist so far, just from what I've seen. Oh, excuse me.
This is the way.
Does that give away, what this is from? Now, Nova, the question is, if this gets a DMCA takedown, can I blame you? Let's get that boot nice and shiny. How's it going? I guess I should move that, eh? This is what we've got so far. We've got part of a boot, nice and shiny, and we've got a lot of orange. There you go, orange. You came for the orange one. And then Nova graciously provided us with some lo-fi beats that are DMCA free. Don't know how they are, considering the last one was a Gorillaz song lo-fi. But hey, oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna move you over there. If I don't get DMCA takedown from this, I'll be happy. Fair. Katie provided it to you, but then you provided it to me. So the question is, who do I blame if I get DMCA takedown? Katie or Jocelyn? Katie or Nova? Gotta get better. You know when your mind just kind of flips? Hey! Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're all enjoying the lo-fi and the art. Fair. So, for those who just joined, I'm painting a bunch of minis from the board game Nemesis that me and Felicia got. And this one is the mechanic, and so his color scheme is orange, which is why he has like the orange jumpsuit on underneath. However, because it's kind of futuristic, they all have like these kind of robotic armor or like implants and things like that. So to separate it from the metal of the ground, because I'm going to color the grate in like a very dark metallic, I have the cybernetic implants being a nice bronze because it contrasts really well. But yeah, this is our guy so far. And yeah, Druid is very hard. Would you rather me call you a Cocoa Nut, or do you not care? My first guess is that you don't really care, because you stream yourself, and you would go by Drew on that. But I figured I'd ask. I also love the This Is Halloween, I must say. It is great. So good work. I was wondering if you might get it from the "This is the way" line, because that's like a very big Mandalorian line. It's like Mando's favorite sentence. I gotta get into the habit of it, is the thing. And my issues usually when I'm just like talking, I kind of just talk and I shut off like that part of my brain and I focus on what's at hand. So like the trying to remember, I just need to practice a lot. So I might call you Coco just to get better at it. And then the question is, also for Katie, I'm not sure how to pronounce your username. My first guess is like Chasey or Chasey. I guess there's no extra vowels there. Ooh. But that's sort of my guess on how to pronounce it. Sorry, I'm kind of at a spot where the bass blocks what I'm doing. Gotta get underneath. The other thing I'm trying to do with this, for like the implants, is you can kind of see it better down there. But I'm trying not to get everywhere exactly colored with it. I want to leave some of the spots so there's a bit of black, and so it kind of sees through a bit, so you can kind of see a little bit more texture of it. At least that's the goal. You know, it doesn't always work out like that, but hey. What does Bob Ross say? They're happy accidents? Che? That's fair. Then you shall be Che. Or, I can spill the tea and make you like chai. Ooh. And then, Now the question is, do we consider this arm a cybernetic enhancement or a weapon? Because it's kind of like a flamethrower gauntlet. Alright, I won't go with the chai tea latte. But that's my current question to y'all.
911, what's your
Oh, gotta love ads! Oh, this might not be great.
All the quakes damaging the dam. Closed gas line.
But yeah, what do y'all think? Do you think gun gauntlet, like flamethrower gauntlet, should be considered as a weapon for coloring schemes, or kind of same as cybernetics? My first thought is to use the silvery kind of... Oh, and there's even like a black tube on it that connects to his back. My first thought is silver. I don't, but I can just turn it off when ads come up. I totally forgot about ads, so that was my fault. Oh yeah? I used to have a BattleNet account way back in the day, and my username was Mr. CC. So, I was super creative when I was younger. Man, how many ads do I get? There we go. Now I should have it free for like an hour, right? That's how Spotify works. However, his chest plate is definitely going to be... I never actually played MapleStory, but I know a lot of people who did. We even had a Korean exchange student who did a lot of MapleStory. He once gave me MapleStory pencils. And the other thing that I got from him that was great was like a Hello Kitty train, but it was a pencil sharpener. Now, I will say the only issue with the enhancements part is because it's kind of like bronze is like an orange base, it doesn't separate itself too much from the color of his character. Now, it is metallic and reflective, which definitely helps separate it. And I think I'm gonna have the backpack be like brown, like a leather. Because that'll really help separate it. Hey, no, that's fair. Oh god! I painted my finger! And his hat. That's okay. I can paint over that later. Yeah, no, in the PS3 era... What do you mean, how do you pick up these songs so well? Did you and your friend just like love Tokyo Ghoul or something? I remember when Tokyo Ghoul was like the shit. It's all everyone would talk about for a while. Yeah, I watched season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, but that was it. One of my exes loved it. Just absolutely loved it. And I'm pretty sure that's why I watched it originally. Fair. Feel free to let me know if I get if I drift like out of focus or something. I'm gonna do my best to not to and like to keep an eye on it. But you know, I'm only human. Alright, I gotta scooch forward a bit. I think the worst part about painting for me, in all honesty, is my posture hates it. Because I end up leaning over so much more than I need to. Where's my focus again? Over here? What's that from, Drew? It makes me think of like a movie or like a musical or a song or something. We're human after all. Or I might be thinking of something else. But that's what you made me think of, was whatever that's from. Alright, I need to get your shoulder piece. Ah, true. I like how you called him Rag and Bone Guy. He's a man. Thank you very much. I'm only human after all. I actually really enjoyed some of his songs from Mickey Mouse. Ooh, or, hold on, I have an idea. How does this sound? Brass gauntlet, but silver flamethrower piece. That way, you get some like nice. It really stands out, and then you got like the black tube going up. Yeah, I like that. Because then, like, his cybernetic will be brass, but the weapon will be a nice bright silver. Especially because this guy's the mechanic, so you think he would have... you think he would have a lot of, like, cybernetics. Oh, man. I didn't recognize... Well, I should say that. I recognized what it was, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I like the idea of, like, this arm is all robotic. It's all cybernetic. I just realized this color is very, like, C-3PO-ish. Gotta get under there. I'm adrifting again. Is it really? Is it like a... I don't know why. My internet should be fine. Shoot! Oh, now I can get underneath there. Alright. Yeah, that should be good. It is Sonic. You should be proud of yourself. Alright, look at our shiny orange boy. My goal was... I really like the idea of this arm being robotic, which is why I went with the brass. And then this tube, I'm going to reinforce being like black, just like pure black, so it really stands out going across. And then this rod on his arm is going to be just like a pure silver flamethrower, so it's really going to like pop. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for this yet, his little helmet thing. It's not actually a helmet, it's like a welding mask. So I think I'm going to have that in silver as well. Because I don't want it to... Oh, he's got more than a bit of a gut. Like, there you go. You can see the nice round. And I still think backpack is going to be kind of leathery. Because I don't really see... Oh, I guess it's got some mechanics. You know what? Let's do some silver. And then, like, on the side here, because it looks like a pouch, we'll do some leather. And then gun will be silver, mask will be silver, rod will be silver. So we'll have some nice pieces that'll pop. I also got some new dry paints that I'm so excited to try out. Thank you, Drew. But dry paints are fun because they're meant to not actually coat They're meant to just kind of give a little bit of texture on top. Alright. Silver's next. Oh shit. So this brand of paint. George got these ones, and I'm gonna vent for a moment. Because this brand has the worst containers I have ever gotten before. I got my lovely Citadels that are just nice little pop tops. They literally just pop open. But these ones, they're screws. But whatever separates the screw and the paint, like there's nothing separating it. So the paint, you have to shake it up to use it, and so it gets in the lid, and then gets dried up in the stripping, so it's so hard to unscrew. And it pisses me off every time I have to open it. Which is why I got some of my own new paints. So it's like, if you ever see any of like these glass bottles, they're all ones that like George bought, but all of the like plastic Citadel pop tops are mine, because man, I just didn't want to deal with it. But now I'm shaking up some silver. Alright. I got gloves specifically. Rude! I was supposed to have an hour of free Spotify. Adless listening. Come on, Spotify. What's wrong with you? Ugh. Oh god, okay. Literally have to put on grippy gloves to take it off. Like, it's stupidly difficult. So, like, I'm gonna move this for a second. You can see, like, all of the paint moving and drying in it. Because the lid is stupid and has nothing to separate where the paint goes to the threads. It all just sits in the same spot. And it pisses me off. Such poor design. Hates it. Alright. But now it's open, and I don't have to worry about it. We got more ads, so unfortunately we gotta deal with it for a moment. But once it, oh, there we go. I also one day want to get better brushes. I just got like shitty ones from Walmart because they were cheap, and I just needed brushes. So you can see like they don't hold up the best. But you know what? You work with what you got, right? Alright. A little bit more, and then I think it'll be good on that rod. Then, ooh, baby. I am allergic to Alfredo pasta, but I do love it. It's like ice cream. It's so tasty, I will sacrifice my body to eat it. So yes, I have had Alfredo. One of the big things that I haven't had that a lot of people don't realize is I haven't had any kind of mayo-based topping. So any like aioli or mayo or sandwich thing like that, can't have because it's all egg-based. Now the funny part is, even though I'm allergic to eggs, French toast I have had. And you might be asking yourself, French toast is obviously made of eggs, Cameron. How come you've had it? You can't have eggs. French toast was how I found out I was allergic to eggs. Ooh, Theo's Alfredo is actually pretty good. Yeah, see, it's good, but like, is it at risk not ever getting out of the bathroom for the rest of the day? No, it's not. It's not worth it. Nothing is worth it. Alright. You see how it, like, the stuff's starting to pop now? Yeah, and then I gotta make sure I hold them just right. Because now we're gonna coat the gun. Oh, balls. A lot of mini painting is watching how you hold it. I want to get Citadel Paint sell these little things that are like excuse me, I hit the mic. They're little things that hold the mini. So instead of having to hold onto the mini, it comes along with a little handle that you can just hold onto. Oh, do you know this song, Drew? Alright. Alright. And you know what? Let's... Oh, that's gonna be perfect for later. Oh, I got a great idea. Because I have the dry paint, I'm gonna go over and all of, like... I don't know if you can see it super well, but there's a lot of, like, buttons and dials on his chest armor. And so what I'm gonna do is I have a dry silver. And dry paint is really good if you just want to hit, like, the upper layers of stuff. So I'm gonna go over and paint the buttons and get them nice silvery so his chest piece really pops. Alright. Oh shit, I forgot to do the mask. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, balls. It happens. Every once in a while, you're like, man, I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. And you usually are. I must say, the music is great. And I really enjoy having it. The other nice thing about the silver is if you don't fully cover it, like you can let the darker, because I primed it with black, you can let the black kind of shine through. Ooh, hi. Hit my headset off the lamp that I have standing above the minis. Yeah. Alright. Oh boy. Eeh. Sorry, I'm in an awkward spot. So it's not gonna look well on camera. But it's one of those, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, that's all the silver. Yeah, no, it was straight up Pokemon. That's why I asked if you knew this one, Drew, but I guess you weren't listening. Yeah, see how it's like popping more now? It might happen again. I have no idea what's on this playlist. It's also definitely on shuffle. So we'll see. Oh, I don't know this one. Alright, cool. Washing my paintbrush. It's true. There's a lot of Star Wars. Oh, you know what? It might not be on shuffle. I'm looking at it, and each song is like a minute long, so it's just been kind of storming through them all. But that's okay. Alright, what do we want to do next? I'm gonna need my silver dry. I'm also gonna need black. I don't know if I want to beat the devil out of it. Sounds like a lot of work I don't want to do. Need you later. Sorry, I'm thinking about what I want to do next. Alright, what do I want to do for leather? It's gonna be my leather. Leather. That's more like a wood. That's pretty good leather. We'll save black. You know what? Let's do his face, because then I can be done with it. Yes. Sorry, I wasn't paying too much attention, but yes, I do know that Bob Ross reference, because he likes to beat his brushes against the easel. My head was rolling in color decisions, so I was not paying too much attention to chat at that time. Colors, you know, it's a big thing you gotta worry about, right? If you put the wrong color, he's not gonna turn out right. Ooh. How do colors? But I must say, I like how the silver is really popping against the bronze. It's true. Alright. He's gonna be a pasty mofo, though.
What's up, Jabez?
What was that?
From the Wallace to Purple. I'm out.
Oh, man. That song is from Your Best Friend, Jippy. It's the artist. Like, some people will try and paint facial features on their minis, but I'll be honest, that's such a pain in the ass, I've never really cared to try. It's just already such like a small canvas that you're working with. It's like, why make your life more difficult? Oh god. Alright. Oh yeah? I so much prefer everything else. I love the way you can like highlight or use like their outfits or equipment or like even the colors and stuff to tell their story. So I'm not going to do too much with these guys, but like I found it a cool method of adding wear and tear. But considering these guys are minis who supposedly just woke up from like cryo sleep, I don't think they should have too much wear and tear on their shit. Oh shoot, I should do his hand, shouldn't I? So like I usually just do very basic on the face. Kind of like try not to get into all the recesses. But I did miss a little bit on that side. Because if I try not to get into some of the recesses, you can let the shading kind of work itself. Not shading, sorry, the details of the mini do the work for you. So it's like the fact that the nose is more protruded, it's going to get more color than like the sunken eyes. Alright. Robot hand, and you'll have normal hand. Ooh. Man. He does have like a bracelet on, or like a wristwatch or something like that. Debating what color I want that to be. Maybe I'll go with like a gold. Let's see, that's gold is also an orangey tone. So I'm kind of debating.
For a limited time only, get $60 when you open an RBC student bank account. You can bank from the couch with the RBC mobile app, send or accept money with ease, or check your savings right from your phone. You have your reason for opening a student bank account. Here's 60 more with RBC. Click or tap now to learn more. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Complete the criteria by March 31st, 2021. Visit rbc.com/winter60.
Alright. Don't want anything else from him to be skin colored.
Our local spot. It was there when we needed it.
Oh shit, it's true, ads.
Perfect coffee.
Oh man.
They bought it.
Gotta love getting hit with some ads. Man, could you imagine getting copyright claimed because because you got an ad pop up on your video? You played this company's ad. I'm taking you out. Like, how stupid that would be. Alright, let's put him back in the frame. Our little soldier boy. I can close you. Actually, close you. Bam. Alright, I don't need skin tone anymore. Yeah, I got a message from a Jid. I sent him an idea for a few magical items, and I just wanted to get a second opinion on them. Jid is asking me questions. Yes, I can. How's that for a tad? Alright. Alright. Jid has been responded to. Let's do some of his leather. And then go from there. Like seeing my arm shaking the paint in the background. Now this is a nice browny leather. Realize I just touched his head thinking it was dry. It is dry. But man, that's risky. Should never assume that something's dry. In fact, you should always assume the opposite. Still have a bad habit of holding the mini in the air. I don't even know why I have that habit. Because I prefer to have him resting on something because I have shaky hands. And if he's resting on something, it gives me kind of like a steadiness a little bit more. That's why you can see like I hold the mini from like 6 different points with both hands too. I don't know if it's super apparent. But like my right ring finger is always on the mini when I'm painting. Because it just gives me that added layer of contact to help me hold firm. Yeah, I'm in another awkward spot, so it's not going to look the best at the moment. Alright. And then the other part that I wanted to leatherize was this little bag. I like the birds chirping in this song. Alright. And then he's got a belt. You know what? Let's do the belt black. I like the sound of that. That's fair. Thank you for popping in. It was fun to talk. Take care. Ooh, I just got an email from work. Do I want to work tonight? Ooh. I mean, more hours are always great. was asking my boss if I could do a 6 o'clock shift, because he was like, hey, you want to work tonight? Because they have a lot of conversions that need to be done for tomorrow. And I don't mind doing them. But I'm in a painting mood right now, so I don't want to start right away. Don't want to start in half an hour. Especially because I still have to clean up this mess. It means I probably won't get to the... I might get to the aliens tonight, considering he's pretty much on the final touches. But, I don't want to jinx it. At the very least, I should be able to do the base coat of the aliens. Because that's not hard to do, and I can use a wider brush to really get coverage. The nice thing about the aliens is they're fairly uniform. Alright, now let's just reinforce. Get this tube, be a bit of a glowy black. Instead of as much of like a matte that it currently is. Oh man, I realized I completely pulled them out of frame. See what I mean? Bad habits, you know? Let's also, I've decided I'm gonna go for a black bracelet. Because I almost feel like it's cuff, not a bracelet. And I don't know why, but I'm picturing black for it. So black we go. Oh man. I gotta rotate you. Alright, that's a bit better. Man! And then I want to do his belt, also black. And then we get this side of it. The nice thing is it kind of fades underneath his equipment. So I don't have to worry about getting all of it. Alright. And that adds a nice kind of like dividing texture across it.
It was there when we needed it most. The perfect coffee, they brewed it. Your favorite meal,
Just adds a
they
bit more like
delivered it.
texture
Now
and
it's
kind
our turn to care for them
of depth.
by supporting local and shopping safely with curbside pickup, takeout, delivery, and online. So let's show our love for local safely.
Alright.
Ontario. Yours to rediscover.
He's looking pretty good. Last thing I need to do then
Some guy called
is
Peter managed
dry
to jump a skipping rope
brush.
over 12,000 times in an hour.
And
Really, it's a world record.
we're on
We looked it
ads.
up. Well, we think he'd like Spotify
Gotta love
Premium.
ads.
Instead of
Man, I guess if I do this more, I should invest in blah blah Spotify Premium, eh? Alright, let's do the ground first. Shit, I don't know if I can actually unlock this one. How different are they, really? Oh, shake. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Ugh. Gotta mix up your paints. If you don't mix them properly, they won't turn out well. How do I feel about you? You're pretty dark. Are you? Hold on. Damn it. Yeah, I can't use it. It's gotta... Alright. This one is the worst one. I don't know if you can tell, but trying to open it up, I've had to use pliers, so I've actually stripped away a lot of it because it's so stuck. Like, it's the absolute worst one we have. I hate it with a passion. Get back into focus, you fool. There we go. Oh, please don't make me get pliers. They're out in the garage. Honestly, if I have to go get pliers to open up this thing, I probably just won't use it. Oh, did I get it? Oh, baby. Man. I was not expecting to actually be able to get that, guys. And then we need a thick brush. A nice thick boy. And then we lean and we just try to coat the top. If I get underneath, like into the little holes, it's fine. But it looks better if I don't. Which is why I'm kind of coming from the side of it. Because the more you can leave like that little black depth, that little shadow, the cooler it'll look. Because then it'll look like there's something actually underneath the grate. Like it's not just pure metal. Well, you want the grate to be pure metal, but the point is like, if there's something underneath it, is more of what I'm going for. And then I always just do around the perimeter. Because I find it looks better that way. This is typically the last thing I do, but it's like I'm so close to being done I just figured go for it. Yeah, and I kind of have to hold them a little bit up at the moment. But then you can place them there, and you can see how it really, right? And so just by doing that little thing, like it adds so much depth to the piece. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Granted, the base is more than likely going to end up covered because they have these little bases that go with them. But then this way, the corners even, because it will kind of peek up around the edges. But that way even the corners will be and look nice. It is a bit of extra work than what I need to do, but I'm okay with a little bit of extra work if it helps add the depth. Especially because like that didn't take long at all. However, the next one is our dry. And we're gonna just try and lightly get over to just get the buttons on his chest piece and that kind of stuff. This is a brand new paint, I haven't even used it yet. And so the thing about dry paints is you actually don't want a bunch of paint on your brush. So it's like I got a little bit on it, and then I pretty much try and take off as much as I can. And then the more you layer over it, the more it's going to come. But now, if we look... Oh, did stream freeze? Man. Alright, hold on. I think my camera might have just died. It did just die! Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, got a new battery in. Between Felicia and I, we have 4 batteries. But, not a single thing that you can just plug into it, so it'll perpetually be. Yeah, so you can kind of see what the dry brushing added to it. So it didn't take away any of the bronze, but it just added a little bit of silver onto it to like the front and the buttons. So it added a bit of depth to separate it from everything else. And then I'm gonna, on the silver here, I also have a gold dry brush that I'm gonna do the same thing with. Oopa! Man. Alright. Sorry, I spilt some liquids. Alright. You didn't close properly. Thank you. Yeah, so now we're going to use this golden dry brush. And so it follows the same kind of properties as the last one I just used, because it's also a dry brush. So you don't want to go too crazy on it. In fact, I want to try and get like as little on the base as possible. But I want to get the pieces that are elevated. Alright. And it's very subtle. But you can see like there's now a little bit of like color differentiation between like where the buttons are and like the side here, for example. Alright, and I think that's probably where we'll end our dude. Leave him with that. So little duder. Let's do our final beauty spin. Yeah, I really like the silver accents. I think they definitely help him pop. Alright, I got a response from my boss. Let's see if I'm gonna work at like 6. Alright. Now we're gonna go with a fun guy. Are you ready for this, Drew? We got the big old baddies of any kind of alien game. Oh man. I need to zoom out. How about that size difference, eh? Alright, hold on. We gotta get our focus. Alright. Do you, like that size difference, though, between them? Oh, man. If I were these guys, I would definitely be terrified. Alright, and so I'm going to actually use a blue base coat to completely cover the alien, and then I've been using some grays to texture out from there. So I definitely like the way it looks. Man, alright. Yeah, you gotta be cleansed. For these ones, I definitely want a big old brush, because all I'm doing is just completely covering the mini. So you don't want anything small, because then it just takes way too long. Especially when you're just doing like a pure cover, like what I'm going to be doing for him. And so it's literally just going to be like trying to get this blue everywhere. And then the idea is I'll add depth in other ways. And the big thing I want to do is make sure I don't layer too much, like make it too heavy in certain spots, because otherwise you'll lose some of the detail. But yeah, we got our big old dude. Our angry alien. Who's here to eat the living. Kill our poor little engineer that we just spent all that time working on. Yeah. So you can really see like the difference in like technique between a big ass thing and like a small little thing. There's just so much, you can get so much more detail on it because there's so much more space, but it obviously just takes so much more paint. Yeah. Got. I had more ads come up. That's why I turned the music off. It's really rude. Like when I'm on my phone all the time, I'll get like a bunch of ads and they'll be like, enjoy this hour free listening brought to you by RBC or whatever. Don't want it to give it to me now though. Terrible. I just can't bring myself to pay for Spotify when I can get it for free. And like ads, usually like I'll just deal with it. And it's not normally as bad because I'm not streaming. Don't have to worry about like, oh, copyright claim. Alright, gotta get his Under Armours. I'm also, because the reason why I prime them in black is so if I missed spots, I don't have to worry about it. Like while painting, if I miss spots, I don't have to worry about it because the black will just make it look like depth and shadows. Whereas conversely, if you use a white, if you miss spots, they look more like highlights. And having highlights in the deep recesses of a mini is very weird. So I got a spray primer of black, and I use it on all these guys, just because I find I like the way it ends up better that way. I got another ding. I don't know what that ding was from. A meme? Maybe. Alright, whatever. E. And so right now it's literally just trying to make sure you have got everything. That's literally all of what I'm doing right now. Just get as much of it as I can. So like I missed this leg, so I gotta make sure I get it. I got this leg. Need a little bit under here on his little stabby arm. I love how much I had to zoom out to get the entirety of the alien. Alright. Do I feel like I can do a bit more on his tails? But then, like I said, also, I'm not too worried about getting completely everything, because the black will let some of the highlights go if I miss the deep recesses. No, sorry, the black will let some of the shadows show. But, like, it really helps, because this one has a bit of a glossy. When it... Alright, so that's round 1 done. I'll stand him next to our finished guy, back there. And we'll go round 2. Yeah, that's right. There's more than one alien you could fight in this game. So much paint. And you can really see like the splatterings on my little placemat, which is why I put it down, so that way I don't have to worry about like coating my desk with all this paint. This time I'm working from the bottom and working up. You know, started from the bottom, now we're here. Gotta get the booty. That's, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this game loves its booties. Like, everything is a rockin' badonkadonk. Ooh, gotta crack my neck. Gotta get all of the tail. Gonna take a moment, see if I got an email yet. Alright. My boss said they're gonna be confirming details. I realistically could have been like, yeah, sure, when do you want me to start? But, like, I didn't want him to say, oh, like, you want to start at 5? Because that would have been like, no, not really. Like, I still haven't figured out what Felicia and I are having for dinner. There's still quite a bit of shit I need to do. But, I mean, a surprise shift really isn't in my control. So Felicia will understand. And more money is always a good thing. It means more wedding money. Because I don't know if you know this, but weddings be expensive. I know, it's surprising, right? Do you imagine charging for happiness? Alright, round 2. On to round 3. I'm kind of undecided on these guys, on what I'm gonna do for like this weird rocky kind of... I think it's metal actually, now that I look at it more. Look at it closer. I thought it was rock, but it looks like it has rivets in it. So I think I can just... I might do it with silver, so it's a bit of brighter and it stands... Ooh, or maybe I should do it with like the bronze, the cybernetics. No, definitely silver. Because silver will be very close to the ground, like color-wise, but it won't be the exact same. So I don't have to worry about it just blending all together, because there'll be a bit of a difference. But the issue is I don't want it to be a stark difference, and I gotta stick to what rules I've set so far. Like how I've made it that like all cybernetics and robotic parts are bronze. It'd be weird if it suddenly changed. And because they're just like, or maybe, ooh, I'll use my new metal. There we go, because then it'll be different. And it won't be like, yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. It's been decided. Go team. So much shit to paint. They're just so big. Like in D&D terms, this is definitely a size large monster. To put it in terms that my audience would understand. Man, this is definitely a game that I want to play with people when quarantine is over and I can invite people over again. Especially because by the time that can actually happen, I should have them all painted. Especially because the people are all done, and the people are the things that'll take the longest, or that do take the longest. Because I've kind of worked the aliens out to be just a mixture of coating with this blue and then several dry brushings. Alright, round 3's done. Round 4. We got our, what, necromorph army? Xenomorph. What's a necromorph? Where does that come from? Why did that pop in my head? Oh well. I will live without... I feel like that might be Dead Space. You know what? I feel pretty confident about that. It's a Dead Space thing. Necromorph. You know, for randomly selecting two of the aliens, I managed to pull the same type twice. Granted, there is only 4. I'll spoil that. I'm only doing 4. It's not to say that there's only 4 alien types in the game, or 4 alien minis. In fact, there's so many more. Alright, I got another ad. But there's only 4 that I'm going to be painting today. Because I don't need to be painting them all. And then if I do end up working at 6, I probably won't have time to do the larva like I was going to do. But we'll see. I don't know how confident my boss is in actually needing me to work tonight. Because you did say it was just a conversion ask, which honestly, those aren't too in-depth. Like, he probably doesn't need me to work tonight for it. Not that I'll complain, but if we're just speaking strictly like what he said needs to be done, like the people who are working tonight should be able to do it. Unless we just have people who have never done it before, in which case, well, what you gonna do? So I like being the one that has the tech and the editing background, because they usually like to give me all that shit. Because, you know, it's my specialty. In case you didn't notice, I got another ad. So, man, I've gotten more ads while streaming than I think I have ever gotten on Spotify. Get that alien booty. Get that alien arm. Back of his neck. Sorry, I know I pulled him out of view, but I'm just trying to make sure I got everything. Alright. Here we go. 4th one done. So now, what I'm going to do next is put the one I just painted to the side to dry. And add some depth. Yeah. To add this depth, I'm going to be using a gray. And I'm going to use it as a dry brush. This itself isn't a dry brush. Like, it's not a dry paint, sorry. But I'm going to use it as a dry paint. So it's like I'm going to get as much paint off as I can. So now I can just kind of coat over the tops. And I'm just basically going to run it along everything. Because it's going to do is just add a bunch of depth to them. Some color variation and whatnot. Like, dry brushing is a very simple technique. But man, it does so much. I think what I'll do is I'll finish this one so you can see what it looks like before and then like after. So you can really get like a good perspective on it. Yeah, so for example, if I pull these two, hold on, I'm going to move the camera angle so you can get a better idea. Nope. So you can see, like, he now has a little bit of, like, highlights on him. and a little bit more texture. And so instead of being just like this bland piece of blue, it adds just a bit of color and highlight to it. And so, I gotta do that blue on all of them. Not blue, sorry, that gray. Oh, he's still drying. Shit, I shouldn't do him then. You know what I'll do then? Do the final gray. Because believe it or not, I do it twice. I do a darker and then a lighter one. Because I like the variation it gives. But I gotta clean this brush. Because I don't want to mix and match colors. It's the worst. You gotta clean properly. Main issue right now is the one I used for the blue, because I got so much blue on it. So it really got in all the bristles. Also doesn't help that I don't have great brushes. But you know. Should be expensive. Alright, looks like I'm not working tonight, and I was completely right in the fact that it's not something that you need somebody to come in for on a special shift. Man, I'm running out of space. So now we got this even lighter gray that I'm going to touch even less, and I just literally want to get the high pieces. And this is just going to add more depth and highlights. There we go. So now you should be able to really see the difference between the two. So it'll be like fully highlighted and just bland. It just gives more like texture and color. More depth, if you will. There we go. Alright, so you can go to the side. Oh, fuck me. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Damn it, that was so stupid. Alright, well this one's gonna have a bit more than just highlights. You know, sometimes shit happens, and you just gotta roll with it. What does Bob Ross say? Happy accidents? It means a specific alien is gonna have a bit more. bit more life to his head. Oh god. Yeah, the reason why I start with this one is because it doesn't actually make a huge color variation. Sorry, I moved away too far. It doesn't add a huge color variation to the blue. So by starting with it, you're not completely changing, like breaking the mold, per se. But then, by the time you get to the second one, it really helps a lot. And the good news is, since I don't work tonight after all, I can probably do the larva too. And roll out that toxic sludge I was talking about earlier.
Our local spot.
So yeah,
It was there when we needed it most. The
I
perfect
feel like my
coffee,
focus went off.
they brewed it. Your favorite meal, they delivered it. Now it's our turn to be there for them. By supporting local and shopping safely with curbside pickup, takeout, delivery, and online.
Sorry, I had to
So
adjust.
let's show our love for local.
God damn it, I also...
Safely.
Curse you, Spotify! Making me pay attention to it. Gotta get that back. Gotta get that booty. Alright. You're done, so I'll separate you. Alright, this gray will be done after this one.
Two lovers, forbidden from one another.
Oh, I love it. I didn't realize this was going to be on the playlist.
People, and the mountain divides them apart. Build a path.
I don't think it is. So I feel like I'll probably be copyright striked. So we'll just scroll back to the top of the DMCA one. Because the less strikes, the happier I'll be. Love is feeling you and me. Windmill for the land. Everybody in. Man, it is a good track. Alright. That's that gray done. You and me. Windmill for the land is everybody in. Alright. Love is freezing, turn forever, you and me. Yeah. And then gotta get a bit more highlights
Show me
going.
the one whose safety deems such destruction.
So the fun thing about dry brushing is you want it to kind of catch on all the top spots.
This is the way.
And because I'm dry brushing, no two aliens will be perfectly the same. They'll have the same feel to them, but the paint isn't going to hit all the same spots the same way. because paint just doesn't work like that. Alright. And then last bit of gray. And we get all that shit. And on the back. That should be it. Alright. That's the base of the aliens done. So the last thing I need to do is pull out that shitty gray. I say gray, but it's a metallic. Pull out that shitty metallic and get the bases done. And then I'll do the rocks. I say rocks, those plates in my new... Ooh, excuse me. My new, whatchamacallit. My new metal. Without a good scare. Man, this playlist is kind of short, but it has some good... It's got some bangers, as people would say. King of the Pumpkin Patch. Alright. A good scare. The sun you will see. This a town of Halloween. Man. Still hate this one. But they are coming together. Oh, I should shake you first. Shit. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Twist, twist, twist. Oh, God. Alright. I'll use you. Because I just want to get... Because it's also metal, if I get the plates, it's not the end of the world. But I do want to not try and completely cover them. Because one thing that I've decided to do, which is why I'm still using this paint even though I hate it, is I want all of the bases to be the same. Because then it really brings together the whole feel that it's like taking place all in the same ship. Because realistically, they're all in the same location, so all of their bases should look like they should match. And if they don't, that would kind of draw out your immersion. And I don't want to mess with anybody's immersion when I'm playing games with them. Like, come on. What kind of heathen do you think I am? All just because I don't want to use the same paint again? Because it's a pain in the ass and sucks balls? No, I will suffer for my friend's immersion. Because I love you all. I don't even know if anyone is still here listening. But just know that even if you're not listening, I still love you. And if you're not, I'm just gonna talk to myself. Alright, one alien base done. I say done. The floor is done, the plates are not. This is when I find out that the metallic I got and this metallic are the exact same, even though they're by different brands. So when I paint the plates, it's gonna look carbon copy. I'd be cheesed. Actually, I will say, this one paint usually sucks so many balls to open. But today it's been surprisingly nice. Maybe it knows I'm streaming, or that I don't have the pliers on hand, so it's like, I'll cut him some slack. But either way, I'll take it. Whatever makes paint be nice to Cameron, Cameron will take. I do have a little bit of texture I want to do left with the aliens, but I'll give them a moment to sit with their shading. And at least this way, like, the larvae are already done with this, so I don't need to actually get them, like, their bases, because their bases are done. So I don't have to worry about doing this again, which means I can actually put this paint to bed for the day. Which is going to be really nice. I also have a mini on the way for Jid that I'm so excited for it to come in and to paint it. Because it's this gigantic, or it's supposed to be gigantic. I actually don't know the size of it. I forgot to check that out before we bought it. But it's supposed to be this gigantic skeleton, like Hell Knight, basically. And it's for one of his characters in a campaign that we're in together. And it looks so rad. And he hasn't had a mini to represent that character yet. And I can't wait to do it so you can have it. I think my biggest worry right now with what I'm doing is that the two metallics I have will be too similar, so it won't add any kind of depth to it. Granted, you don't want the background the base to steal the show. You want the base to accent the figure. So like having it match wouldn't be the end of the world, it just isn't preferable. Alright, that's all the base is done, which is nice. Oh man. Okay. Crack. My Iron Breaker. Like, Iron Breaker should be different enough. But, like, you never know. Ugh. That was a good crack. I don't know if y'all heard it, but it felt so good. I do have to let these guys sit for a moment. So, I'm gonna let it play out. No. Drew, I just saw the pictures of you as Coconut Head and I love it. Alright. Yes, the next one we're going to use is this Iron Breaker, which I didn't seal properly last time. Oh god. By last time, I mean a few moments ago, because it was the first time I opened it. So the only thing I gotta be careful of with the Citadel paints is the backs don't always close fully, but as long as you're aware and careful of it, like, you should be fine. And they're not a pain in the ass to open like the other ones, so I'll take that any day. We'll pull up the next lineup of paints. And I'll shake it up, and a restart. Okay. Sorry, I'm cleaning up my brush. Sorry, Mike. And by Mike, I mean literally my mic. I hit it by accident. Oh, that's a bubble. It's a big bubble. Oh. Alright, moment of truth. How different are these? Blessed. Plenty different. And because these are like all broken and whatnot, like, I'm not as worried about like getting into all the cracks and crevices, because it shouldn't be pristine. You know what I mean? Like, it should be falling apart and have some depth and darkness to it. Now, granted, you don't want to just leave it like completely still black, because that's a bit too much. But I'm really glad it doesn't match. That was my biggest worry, is that it was just going to blend in too much. Like, you can clearly tell they're two very different colors. I say very different, they're not very different. But they are different, so I'll take it. Da, 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 da. I gotta get the breaking pillar. Because this is like a giant support beam of the ship. And it shows like the alien strength, the fact that they're just destroying it. Showing you that there is no escape. Even if you close the doors behind you, they will find you. Ooh, there we go. Let's get that panel a bit more. And that one a bit more. Bless! Alright, I'll do a showcase after it's all done up. But because I still have others to do, I'm not... I want to get them done. Oh, excuse me. There we go. I just gotta be careful on his knee. Because I am trying to not coat the aliens in an iron breaker. Like, if I get a little bit, that's fine, but I don't want to, like, completely coat them. There we go, that's better. I realized I was lifting too much out of frame. I get too into it, and I'm not paying attention to the feed. Oh man, 2 down. And like I said, yeah, I know, I still have some other things to do, like some slimy and colors. I want to make it look like there's acid dripping out of their mouth. And I have the colors for it, but it's like the last thing I want to do. Oh fuck, I got his foot. It's okay. He'll live. Poor Xenomorph. Or maybe that's his Achilles heel, and that's how you actually take out all Xenomorphs. Is by painting their ankle silver. Yo, if that's all you need to do to face Xenomorph, send me into space. I got this. Actually, I would love to go to space one day, although I don't think I ever will. I find space is so interesting, but like it's also terrifying. And there's just not enough there's not enough safety for me to be confident in sending a civilian up yet. Like, there's a ton of safety for astronauts, but for somebody who hasn't basically trained their whole life to do that specific thing of go into space, it's I don't see it happening. So I would not be on those missions of like sending people to colonize Mars or like a new planet or something like that. I would not be one of the people to sign up, even though I love space. It's just too much. Too much for me, and I'm a chicken. But you know, you gotta own it, right? I've accepted the fact that I'm a chicken and I'm probably not going into space. And as long as you've accepted it, it's fine. Alright, last one. Now this one doesn't nearly have as much plate. The ones that have like the pillar have so much more because they just broke down like a door or something or a support. Whereas these ones broke a little bit, but they're not like resting on it. Oh shit. Painted some alien toes. Oh man. This one is called Jocelyn Floors. Alright. Well, that's all the ground done for them. It to be closed. And like, let's see if I can... So you can really see like the texture difference between... Sorry, I have shaky hands. You can see like the texture difference between the ground, like the plates and the grate. And that's kind of what I was going for, is because I wanted to feel like they're both part of the ship, but they're made out of a slightly different metal. And I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Oh man. Eh. Alright. Oh god. Sorry. Ooh. I had to stretch. And in my stretching, I hit my mic on my lamp. Alright, this will be fun. This is something I'm going to be using something I haven't used yet. So I'm actually going to use a different kind of tool. So we got these little Q-tips. And they should work perfectly for what I'm trying to do with the slimy rod. Alright, I'll let you guys sit back for now, because we're going to pull out a larvas. Here's your Pokemon, Drew. So the idea with this is it's like a slime. You can kind of see how it like really likes to hug stuff and kind of bulb out. So I wanted to give the idea of like these things are freshly hatched. Alright, before I do the next one, I want that to dry, because I want to see what happens when I put the Tesseract glow on it. Because for me, currently, that's honestly, like, the camera doesn't quite capture the color right, as my eye. But it's a little bit too of a dark green, which is why I got this, because it'll help it look toxic and almost, like, acidy. But I gotta let it dry first. But that's pretty good amount of the minis. There's what, 5 left that I have not started. Alright, well while that's drying, let's do our showcase. We got our nice little mechanic here. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good spot. He's got his orange jumpsuit on, his cybernetics, his weapons, and then we got next to him the alien. This one specifically is called an alien adult. You can see the way it's kind of broken through. It's ready to wreak havoc on the ship. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Alright. How's everybody doing? Y'all enjoying life, right? Because if you're not, you really should be. Life is meant to be enjoyed. And if you don't enjoy it, like, that's just sad. And I get that there's always times where you might not enjoy life. But honestly, even if you have those bad times, that's not the end of the road. There'll always be good times to follow. And how do I know that? Because I'll make sure you got good times. 'Cause y'all are my friends. And my friends deserve good times. If anybody says otherwise, I'll beat them up. Man, can you believe I almost worked in 20 minutes? Don't remember what the recommendation on how long I should wait for Nurgle's rot to dry. "30 minutes for it to fully dry." Man, that's gonna take a while. Alright, well then. That's gonna take some time then. But the issue is for the next set, I haven't decided what I want them to look like yet. That's why there's 5 that I haven't done yet. Because they're a different breed, and they're called creepers. So you can see, like, they're kind of like a midpoint between larva and adult. And so it's like, I don't know if I want them to be... what color scheme. I'm thinking of having them... yeah, I don't know. Because I could make them more of a color scheme to follow an adult. Like, I'm also just not sure. Because then creepers can level up into breeders. And breeders are much different than adults. Like, first off, just size, for one. But not only is the size much different, just like their whole design, they're more humanoid. Like, yeah, they still got these 2 pokey arms, but like, they don't have the extra tails. They have armor instead. So it's like, I'm undecided. It's all just difficult to decide. But that takes 30 minutes to dry, that Nurgle's rot. So I might end it there for today. I mean, how long was that? 2.5 hours? That's a pretty good stream. And then I'll just test out the Tesseract glow after it dries and see if I want to do them all like that or not. But for now, I think that's where we will call it, my friends. So thank you all for coming by. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did. So take care, and I will see you in the future. Love y'all.